Hi, everyone. My name is Christopher Zivelich. I work at the National Coalition of STD Directors as our Senior Manager in State Policy and Training. And today I am walking you through a brief tutorial of how to apply for our 2025 Policy Academy. As a reminder, the Policy Academy is a training that is primarily geared toward public health professionals who work in STI programs in health departments. And it offers foundational policymaking skills, both in legislative and non legislative policy. And it encourages and empowers public health professionals to develop an STI related policy goal that they refine throughout the duration of the Policy Academy, which takes place from roughly May to September of 2025 and includes a combination of online and in person trainings, asynchronous and synchronous learning. And as you'll see here at the top, applications for this year's cohort are due by March 28th, 2025, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you'll also see my contact information here at the top. So if you have any questions about this application or about how the Policy Academy works overall, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. So for the first part of this application, it's going to be pretty straightforward. We just would like you to write your name, your phone number, your email address, and your pronouns. And you can see I kind of already have these filled out as just fake examples. And on the second page, we would like to have you fill this out only if you have another teammate applying with you for the Policy Academy. And I want to be really specific here. The Policy Academy is a very small cohort. And so, due to that cohort size, we do not allow teams larger than two. On top of that, we are very strategic and selective and specific with who we allow to participate in the Academy as a team of two. And so we do strongly encourage folks to apply as individuals. And if there's colleagues of yours that who you think would be really great to support certain parts of your policy goal, of course, we still encourage you to work with them. You know, as you are going through the Policy Academy, you can still include them throughout the process, even if they are not a formal participant. But if you are going to apply as a team, then we do strongly suggest that that is done really intentionally. That there's a reason you're applying together as two people. We put in here as an example, it's a state and local partnership, maybe something really specific. And if you're not sure about that and you do have additional questions about whether or not it's appropriate to apply as a team, you are definitely able to reach out to us. So most of you should not have to be filling this out, but some of you will, and will be applying as two participants. On this third page, we're collecting some information about where you work. So if you could just let us know what health department or agency you work for, the specific program that you're in, your specific role, program manager, epidemiologist, DIS. And then we'd like to hear a little bit about your professional development goals. So the Policy Academy provides foundational policy skills. And as a result, we'd like to kind of hear about why that's important to you, what role that plays in your own professional development. Don't worry, you don't need to write an essay, but just a few lines about why this is important to you in your professional and personal goals. Question 13 does ask if you are a directly funded PEACHED grantee. This is a crucial component of the application. PEACHED is an acronym that stands for Strengthening STD Prevention and Control for Health Departments. So these are the grantees who are directly funded by the CDC for STI prevention and surveillance under this specific grant. Those are the folks who are prioritized for participation in our Policy Academy. It is important to therefore know if you are a directly funded PEACHED grantee. So please click yes or no. And please, of course, reach out to the proper folks, your supervisor, whomever, if you're not sure about that. The Policy Academy picks topic areas every year under which you identify a policy goal you want to cultivate and implement. And this year's topics are doxyPEP infrastructure or congenital syphilis. And so here you're going to pick one of those two topics. I will say if right now you're not sure which one you want to do, Please think about that a little bit before you apply, because we do ask that you pick one and that you've really thought at least, somewhat about why you want to develop a policy goal under that topic area. So let's just say you pick DoxyPEP, then right here, just write a couple lines about what you'd like to achieve in this topic area. I will point out that you do not need to have the entire thing fully mapped out and understood. That is literally the point of the Policy Academy, is that it's going to help you refine this goal over time. However, we do need to see what you're thinking so far, and you need to have some kind of idea about where you want to go with your policy goal, even though the Academy will really help you modify and refine that. So, for example, maybe here you'll write that you just want to do something with pharmacy access and DoxyPEP. Or maybe in congenital syphilis, you want to do something with prenatal syphilis screening. Write something a little bit more elaborate than what I just wrote, but at the same time, give us a little bit of an idea about what your policy goal concept is. Very critical, we need to know whether or not you can attend the in-person training that takes place on August 21st and 22nd in San Francisco. This is not an optional training, and there's not going to be a virtual component. We do believe strongly in the benefits of the in-person environment for that part of the training and the workshops that we have created for the in-person component. So this is a mandatory part of the training. So please check your calendar, your vacation schedules, make sure that that's something you're able to attend. We also would like to know if your program does have travel funding to support you to the in-person training. So please make sure you check with the appropriate folks in your program and be prepared to come to an interview discussing that a little bit and making sure that we have an understanding of where you're at with funding support. By the way, if you do not have funding support, that is still not a reason not to apply, but we just need to really know that information. So please make sure you fill out that section. And then finally, you will pick from this dropdown your STD director in your jurisdiction. This person has to approve your application in order for you to apply. If you're not sure who they are, that's why the dropdown is here, so you can go ahead and find them. Please keep in mind that when you do select them on this application, they will receive an automatic email to approve your application. So it's imperative that you've had this conversation with them before submitting the application so that they are aware that you're applying and can authorize your application. And maybe even discuss a little bit of strategy with you in advance about what your policy goal could achieve for that jurisdiction. The STD director might be your supervisor. There might be several people between you and them, depending on the chain of command. So, of course, please go through that in whatever way makes the most sense to your program, but you will need to get their approval. So we're just going to pick Michigan, and then you will submit your application. So it's pretty short and sweet. Again, please reach out if you have questions. You have until March 28th to apply. We are so excited that you are interested in the Policy Academy, and we look forward to reading your application and hopefully working with you. Take care.